Welcome to Padmanabhapuram Palace, one of the finest examples of traditional wooden architecture in India. Located in Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu, this magnificent palace was once the capital of the Travancore kingdom and is now maintained by the Kerala government as a protected archaeological monument. Built in the 16th century by King Ravivarma Kulsekara Perumal and later expanded by Maharaja Murthundavarma in the 18th century, the palace showcases the grandeur, craftsmanship, and royal lifestyle of the Travancore dynasty. As we enter through the palace gates, we're welcomed by beautifully landscaped gardens and peaceful surroundings that set the tone for this historical journey. The lush greenery and traditional architecture create a timeless atmosphere. Padmanabhapuram Palace is famous for its unique wooden architecture built using traditional Kerala techniques. The structure mainly uses strong timber for pillars, beams and walls with very little stone. The palace includes sloping roofs and ventilated wooden designs that keep the interiors cool in a tropical climate. It also features finely carved wooden ceilings and decorative panels, along with lattice screens that allow light and air to pass through while maintaining privacy. The entrance hall has a wooden ceiling decorated with lotus medallions, and the palace is widely noted for ornate wooden ceilings and carved floral motifs. If you mean the Thousand Lotus reference, it appears to point to this lotus-decorated ceiling rather than a separate room name. Accounts of the palace note a Chinese chair displayed among the royal furnishings. Some descriptions say it was presented by Chinese merchants, while local storytelling sometimes refers to a Chinese emperor. The Mantrasala, or King's Council Chamber, is where important discussions and royal decisions were made. A ceremonial chair said to have been gifted by Chinese merchants or a Chinese emperor in popular retellings. A dining hall that could seat about 2,000 people, Chinese jars used for storage, and even preserved royal toilet and bathing features. The palace's council chamber is commonly identified as the Mantrasala, where the king met ministers and prominent citizens to discuss important matters. The hall is described as highly polished, with mirror-like flooring, and is one of the key administrative spaces in the complex. The main dining hall was used for large-scale feeding and is described as a two-storied hall with a total capacity of about 2,000 people, split across the ground and first floors. Several sources mention large Chinese jars or pots kept in the palace, especially in the dining hall area, where they were used to store pickles or food items. These jars are among the better-known curios in the palace museum displayed at Kanyakumari. The palace complex also includes preserved toilet and well features, which are mentioned in descriptions of its curios and residential sections. These are often cited as examples of the palace's functional royal domestic architecture. Next, we explore the king's bedroom, which features an elegant medicinal wooden bed believed to have been crafted using dozens of different types of wood. The room reflects the simplicity and wisdom of Travancore's rulers while maintaining royal elegance. The Queen's quarters reveal the private living spaces of the royal family, featuring intricate wooden carvings, traditional windows, and excellent natural ventilation. Every corner demonstrates the brilliance of ancient Kerala architecture. The palace also houses a magnificent Natakasala, or performance hall, where classical dance and music performances were held for the royal family. The beautifully carved wooden pillars and sloping tiled roof highlight the extraordinary craftsmanship of the artisans. One of the highlights of the palace is its collection of murals, antique furniture, royal artifacts, traditional lamps, weapons, and historical paintings that provide a glimpse into the rich cultural heritage of the Travancore kingdom. As we walk through the open courtyards, wooden corridors, and peaceful gardens, it's easy to imagine the grandeur of royal life centuries ago. The palace's natural ventilation, rainwater drainage system, and climate-friendly design continue to impress architects and visitors alike. The surrounding gardens offer a calm and refreshing atmosphere, making this palace not only a historical monument, but also a perfect destination for photography, history enthusiasts, architecture lovers, and families. Ambari Mukapu. It was built for the kings to view chariot races, temples cars race during festivals, and to appear before the public on special occasions. Amban is actually the seat part on elephant's back for safaris. The building has been constructed based on the shape and structure of an ambari. The Ambari Mukahapu is the crowning examples of craftsmanship of Travancore wood. Notice the polished black floor made from natural materials such as burnt coconut shells, lime, charcoal, egg white, and plant extracts, a remarkable engineering achievement that has remained smooth and durable for centuries. If you're planning a trip to Kanyakumari, Padmanabhapuram Palace is a must-visit destination that beautifully combines history, culture, architecture, and nature in one unforgettable experience. Thank you for joining this tour. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel and heritage videos from across India.